on set to share her story. And did I say your last name right?
It's pronounced Sherrill.
Sherrill?
Unless you're Dutch.
Yeah.
And then you have to make it a K.
Oh, okay.
Hope for all the Dutch people
Exactly.
out there.
Those are all the...
Okay, congratulations on
you.
finishing your novels, because I have been trying to write 10 different novels for about 10 years, and I can never finish anything. So what sparked this? Is you finally had the time when you retired?
I hear that a lot. No, that's absolutely true. I had the time, and I used to teach high school and middle school. But teaching Sandra Cisneros a lot, you'd read these short little vignettes, and you'd go, oh, I could do that. I know I could do that. So I told myself the day after I retired, I would start and try.
Oh, good for you.
And just, if it didn't work, it would just go right in the...
But at least you could say you did.
Yeah, but it took me 5 years. So it's been a long haul.
So let's talk about the first book. What's that about?
Well, that is the first book, the novel, but the one that's shorter took less time, obviously. So I'll tell you about that first. That's flying through UC Davis Arboretum, Swanson's Hawk Haiku Squawk. And no, it's not a mouthful. You just have to be able to read it. And basically, I just had the time to walk down the Arboretum, ride, run, whatever a lot, and I loved it. I took a lot of pictures, and then I started tutoring my granddaughter, Haley, and we took a field trip one day. I was tutoring, she's 7, she just turned 8, and we took a field trip, and she was building Rock City, and it was just so inspiring. And I said, I'm going to make this book for children, and paint and draw, and just all my photography, I just made them into artwork. And then I ended up, well, my daughter actually is the one who said, Mom, who's telling this story? So I put the hawk in there, and the hawk is flying through, and the haiku are as if the hawk could,
do the
squawk haiku.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what happened. And I published these myself on CreateSpace.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, that's an experience.
It sounds like it sounds like a lot of family members were involved in this process between your daughter and who else was involved? Did anybody else inspire you?
Oh gosh, everybody. My book is originally about growing up, and I had a pool where we were talking about pools. We grew up in east of LA, and my book, The Gypsy Triptych, is about my life. And obviously, I'm not famous. I just thought the way I grew up was very interesting in this canyon and in the valley, San Bernardino Valley. And it was 11 Mile Canyon. My parents bought a 28-acre ranch at the end of the canyon. Oh, wow. So every day in and out of the canyon, I just memorized all of it. So my whole entire life has been remembering all of these. It's just scenery, and this mountain, Blue Mountain. I even met somebody from Sacramento when I first moved here, and he goes, oh, you'll never, where'd you live? Where'd you grow up? Oh, nobody ever heard of it. It's east of LA. Oh, nobody ever heard of it. There's this canyon. Nobody, and I knew exactly where he and that's what people say. No, nobody ever heard of this, Colton.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you very much for coming on here. Very inspiring.
Thank
now
you.
I want to finish the books. Where can we get the books?
On Amazon, Amazon.com. You can just type in Christina Sherrill. It's easier to spell than to say.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get her books.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. The wait is almost over.